Hi everyone, welcome to the Musing Moms podcast, and today we are going to talk about children and nutrition and their growth. With me today is freelance nutritionist Tan Sue Yee. So actually I've just listened to Sue Yee explain to us at the Dugro launch on a couple of things when it concerns children and nutrition, which I find so interesting because I always thought I had a fussy eater at home. I have a 10-year-old that only wants to eat chicken. So, so for me, I categorize her as a fussy eater, but she does eat other stuff like donuts and chocolate, sweets, but I wouldn't say that's healthy food. So when you said just now, sometimes we misperceive picky eaters. How can we really help them if they're even sort of like falling into the fussy or picky eater sort of category? What is the best nutrition we can sort of get into them?
Okay. I think fussy eating, like I said, like you mentioned, is very much misperceived because there's different levels of picky eating. So we've got the normal kids, and then the mildly misperceived group, and then the real picky eaters. Who will normally we will see in the clinical setting or hospitals or clinics. The doctors would diagnose them with problems with their growth, height and weight. So if let's say day to day your child is growing normal height, you go to the clinic and check with your pediatrician, he or she is fine. So she just has the occasional fussy eating like any other child. So for this sort of children, it's simple.
So kind of like if she's still growing at a natural pace,
normal, expected,
then it's fine.
It's fine.
We shall not worry and all get paranoid and all that,
so
right?
They're growing well, but we are concerned, not to say worry we are concerned of them not getting a variety of food. So what we do then is to really work on our creativity and get them involved in getting more variety of food in their diet.
That's the thing with my daughter. She can be creative and ask for various different types of food to be made, but not necessarily she will eat it. That's the thing.
Does she make it together?
She likes all this, making food together and stuff, but whether she will eat the food at the end of it, that's another.
Then I think we should always encourage them to try to eat because they prepared it.
But what I've done is, if she leans to it, like you said earlier, that they go through phases. Children go through phases. There are days that they will eat only this, and then they'll change their mind. They don't want to eat that. So when she goes through like a fruit phase, so I make sure the fruits are there. So like if she goes through like, I want to eat banana, every day she can eat 2-3 bananas, so that's fine. I make sure that phase banana is there. Or if she goes through an apple phase, then I make sure apple is there. So I'll just ride the wave with her when but it's chicken every day lah. How do we go around this?
Then cook a little bit different variety of style. It can be masak merah for one meal, and then the other one's
ayam goreng kunyit.
Then you have to ask her to break through a little bit more. The whole family eat different things. So if she's at a bigger age where she can help prepare food, get her to explore other new recipes together.
Maybe I shall do that. Go through like some recipe.
Make it into a chicken pie. Maybe she has not done that before. So it's a lot on parents' side. Not to give up. I have to tell myself not to give up too, by not narrowing their food choices. We are there to help them. So just explore more together. If they are bigger, and if they have younger kids, then you should guide them.
So the thing is, I fed them fine when they were babies or toddlers, because you could control it.
Yes, correct.
So you mentioned just now also that parents in Malaysia sort of forget to do growth monitoring for kids after the age of 2. I've heard this before as well in our other podcast where we also spoke to an expert, and the emphasis on growth monitoring, which I myself will admit to you, it was not till I heard it last year that I realized, oh my God, actually I never thought that we should monitor our children's growth. I just assumed that she's fine, she's she looks fine to me. So what are the best tips that you can advise for parents to monitor a child's growth?
I think leverage on the accessibility of our local Klinik Kesihatan. We have fantastic facilities of Klinik Kesihatan Ibu dan Anak in Malaysia. Probably one of the best, if I dare to say, because once the book is there, they provide you with a booklet with the growth monitoring charts in it. Just bring your kids. They don't need injection. Just walk in, make an appointment. Just get them measured, get them weighed, and get the nurse to plot the chart. At least you know whether your child's growing well or not. Assured.
Yes.
Without second guessing.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my advice, because
So
once
parents,
they get into primary school,
if you're listening,
yes.
Yeah.
Get your kids.
Yeah.
Get using the facilities of the Malaysian
I kind of
Ministry of
monitor
Health.
with the lines at the door sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh no, that's
not like-
not benchmarking against the normal
Yes,
standard or
okay.
expected.
So maybe my method is not a good method.
That one definitely we only see the picture of, yes, they are
They're
increasing,
in
but
height.
are they increasing at the right rate or at
Okay.
the expected rate? So that's important. Their
Okay.
milestone. Yeah.
All right. What foods should we feed actually like kids at the age 7 to 12, especially because they're going to school?
Yes.
That's the age where you kind of leave them to their own defenses when they get to school.
Yes.
Unless you pack food for your
Yes.
kids, but I think majority of parents may give kids money. So,
Yep.
so in the setting where we can sort of control, what do you say is like should we feed
School
kids?
age kids, right?
School age
yeah.
kids.
So I think I always like a balance of things. Yeah. I think as parents with school age kids, yes, we want to give them some independence to go to school and get stuff. Whilst we give them that independence, we have a role to educate them. What sort of food we still want them to eat well, isn't it? What sort of food is a kind of good food? So if you see this kind of food, you probably, oh yes, please buy them because they're healthier. If you see things that are loaded with sugar or things like that, please try to avoid them.
I don't know whether that's possible, but we try lah.
So what I do with my kids is that I have one kid who goes to school, she's age 7. So I tell her, if you like something sweet, come home. We can share it together.
Okay.
Like for example, she yearns for ice cream. I said, don't get it in school. Come home and share. It's more fun to share together.
Okay.
So then she feels, I'm not deprived of that.
Okay.
But I need to share it with my family.
Right.
And oftentimes I know kids, when they go out, I like to give them a fruit.
Okay.
Because fruit is more not something that will come across their mind so easily, So I'll give her an apple or a pear, and the rest it can be bread or whatever she likes to buy or she likes to share with her friend. So because carbohydrate-based foods are everywhere in Malaysia, so I don't need to hold back so much on that.
Okay.
So and then when they come home and when they have a chance to have a meal with you, make that meal really good for your child as well.
Okay.
So that's how you sort of give and take in balancing lah, rather than I must control your food.
Here also cannot, there also cannot, everywhere
rather
also
than
cannot.
that. So give them that flexibility.
No, but we parents sometimes we do that, right?
Yeah.
Don't eat that. Don't eat this. Then come home, she want to eat. No, cannot eat that. Like, alamak. I think for kids also, they are like,
everything no, right? Yeah. So I do that with my kids and I see it works fairly well.
Okay.
So they know that they are not barred from it. But there are certain things that you need to have it with your family.
Yeah.
Then you get to share a small share.
Yeah.
So normally others, they're not too healthy lah.
Okay.
Fried foods or things like that. So she wants to makan ayam goreng, then I say, okay, let's come home. I'll make a meal with ayam goreng. So I'll see her portion size.
Right.
I can sort of go about that easier.
Okay.
Okay. So hope that's helpful.
In simple terms, what are the signs of undernutrition for parents to look out for?
Okay, I think I mean, if you suspect that your kid, one of the things easiest in kids is if they lose activeness.
Okay.
They seem restless. That's
But
probably
then
one.
nowadays kids don't move that much.
Yeah, that's right.
So how do we notice that?
If
I
you
mean,
do
like
see that they
I go home and my kid is just sitting down because she's on the phone or on YouTube or something. So how do I gauge that sort of
one of the things is restlessness. Probably one of the things you can see. Second is if they fall sick very frequently.
Okay.
That means it's a sign that their immune system is not working as well as they should. Because undernourished children, they get sick very frequently. Very easily, thirdly, probably if you see sometimes you may be able to pick up if they're going to school, they're not able to focus, they are not as they should look like, If anything as concerning like this to a parent is a red flag or anything, please immediately bring to a pediatrician or a doctor. And have it properly checked out to alleviate any concerns.
Okay.
I
think
that's
that's brilliant advice. Yeah. Because I think parents, we forget just because if the kid looks fine or she's not throwing up or she's not complaining of sakit perut, then you kind of dismiss all the other sort of signs.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
So, do adding supplements like vitamins actually help children's growth? I know you mentioned just now something like, adding any supplements, we should get an expert opinion or a nutritionist. But, as parents, sometimes we go out, we buy the over-the-counter vitamins, multivitamins. Are those really, good to add to a kid's?
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a nutritionist, so I always promote whole food.
Okay.
As long as you have a set of teeth, brilliant looking, working, full functioning teeth, please try to get your nutrients through eating the real food.
Okay.
Yeah. I only boost vitamins or supplementation is needed when I see children who are really undernourished.
Okay.
Or they have issues eating orally.
Okay.
Yeah. Or when they are really ill.
Okay.
Yeah, with high fever, for example, things like that. So I'm very careful with this sort of things because again, supplementation is it's produced, So I will be very careful with that.
Okay.
I would always seek proper professional advice before starting them.
All right.
Yeah, as whether they work or not.
But when you say like whole foods, you mean like even like adding, like you mentioned just now, milk and things like that. These are good to add to the diet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, when came back to what you mentioned a while ago about whether it's effective or not, this really depends on the child's body.
Okay.
Because we know if we supplement someone, if the person is very weak to start with, he or she will see effects.
Okay.
Because there's something lacking already, right?
Yeah.
The child will definitely see impact. Then the parents say, oh, it's working. Definitely, because your child's starting off with a baseline that's poor. If I feed it to a healthy, normal child who eats
might not
well,
see
it might not see anything. So it's not necessary in that case, you see.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'm always like, I always ask questions from a mother's perspective because I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just a mother,
Yeah, that's
I have
important
I have a teenage son,
right?
And I have a 10-year-old daughter. So I think that is very two different spectrum of kids. But how can a good diet curb kids from getting ill easily?
Right.
How I'm sure it does.
Yes.
But how does it work? Maybe if we explain to parents, they see it more, the urgency of feeding the kids. I mean, everyone dreams of feeding their kids ideally with the perfect diet, you know.
Okay.
But sometimes working moms or even stay-at-home moms who are, troubled with time and things like that, they might not be able to feed kids a good diet. So actually, how is it?
A good diet does not mean a very hi-fi diet, It doesn't have to be the most expensive food. It does not mean the organic food or whatever. It just simply means the right portion, the right variety, the right food groups.
Okay.
Meaning, if you look at the food pyramid guide, it says that every single day you must have carbohydrate sources, protein sources, fruits and vegetables, and as little salt, sugar, and fat and oil and things like that. So based on that principles, every single day ensure not just the kid but the whole family has that sort of food group.
Okay.
And one thing tricky about nutrition is that the effects don't come short term.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's an investment of time.
Yes.
I cannot tell you how it will affect the immune system, but I can tell you if children who eat well most of the day and regularly, they're definitely going to be healthier and they fall sick lesser than children who don't.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a long-term thing that we don't see. So that's why it's very hard to convince.
I mean, I do realize sometimes we shortcut a lot of things as parents, but I guess what you're trying to say is invest. If we keep our kids healthy by feeding them and investing the time to get them the right food, then we also kind of save money and time if to juggle them with their sick lah, huh?
Correct, absolutely. And now there's a lot of technologies that go around helping you if you're a busy mom. That things like thermal pots, air fryers, blenders. You don't have to tumbuk like in the past to do things from scratch. You see, so it takes a little bit of planning on the weekend. Plan what you want to buy and cook for the kids. You can pre-store, pre-pack them in the freezer. And now on a busy weekday, I cook every day. Even last time when I was full-time working mother, I cook every day just so that I invest that little bit of time. And like you said, rightly, absolutely spot on. You don't have to spend too much when they're older. They will take charge and they see that sort of environment and they pick it up from there.
Maybe it could be a silly question I'm going to ask, but how does like eating right affect a child's mood?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I think eating right affecting child's mood. Recent studies, I mean the research have shown, it's got a lot to do with fats actually. Good fats.
Okay.
Okay. In fact, things like omega-3 that comes from fishes, they think it's a very good mood regulator.
Oh, okay.
We know that anything that's sweet makes you very happy, but it goes a bit over the top, you know.
Okay.
But to regulate moods better, it's oftentimes related to fats, good fats.
Good fats.
Yeah, so now things like anything to go with the nervous system to the brain and thoughts, they are using good fats to study.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it's very new, yeah, but there are a lot of things. So evidence are not very strong.
Okay.
Yeah, but I guess as long as it's a good meal they enjoy, I guess the kids' mood will be good lah.
Okay. Last question.
Okay.
Girls versus boys. Yeah, I think this is
What's the
something
battle?
like, is there a big difference in nutrition? Because I know it's like sometimes we we always like to say, you boy, you eat a bit more lah, or girls no need to eat. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just trying to imagine what some moms out there might think, because oh, boys, you are active. I mean, it's very stereotypical.
Yes.
I do not agree. I prefer it to be non-gender biased.
Right.
But there are moms out there that will feed their sons a little bit more than what she would feed their daughters.
Okay. In nutrition-wise, we have known all along from day one I studied nutrition till now, studies have always shown boys do take in more energy.
Okay.
Because they use more energy than girls in general. Okay. So therefore, our recommendation is always to give more calories to the boys than to the girls.
So there is a difference.
Yes, there is a
Learned
difference.
something new today.
Okay.
Yay.
So there is a difference. But again, for girls who are very, very active, they may need as much as a boy.
Right.
So it is
if she's
different.
athletic or something like that, you should add on the sort of...
correct.
Yeah.
So the recommendations for food and nutrition for children changes according to age.
Okay.
So when they're in their puberty, it peaks the highest because they are growing, because they have to grow to take care, they're most active during that time.
Right.
So their energy intake requirement is the highest along the lifespan.
Okay.
Higher than adults, okay? Higher than babies, okay? So they are peak there. But in terms of gender, there is a difference.
Right.
Yeah. But again, mom and dad should look out. If your daughter is really active, don't deprive her because she will need that energy. And if she's already menstruating, she needs to have a proper diet as well, even more, an iron-rich one. Okay. Yeah. So watch out on that. Okay. Yeah.
So thank you so much.
You're
I have
welcome.
learned so much today, Sue Yee, because
Welcome.
sometimes we moms think that we know from all the articles we read, or me being a magazine editor, I always think like I've read and written enough stories about nutrition that I forget to to pay attention to the little details. I think this is more about the little details of things,
and doing consistently.
Consistently. See, that's the key word today. So thank you so much, Sue Yee, for joining us.
Thank you.
I learned so much. Appreciate your insights.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.